Let's talk about you, creating a personal advert. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Does this sound familiar? How would you respond to requests like this? If you find yourself in a situation where you feel like an imposter, this can be a challenging request. Having a pre-prepared response can be a useful tool. This screencast will guide you through how to create a 30-second personal advert. You will start by considering some questions, and then you can have a go at recording your own advert. Just to note, you might want to have a recording device ready to capture this. What should you include in a personal advert? For this activity, your personal advert should aim to answer this question. So, what do you do? This is a common question that you might need to respond to whenever you meet new people. This could be on a new course, a new job, or even a social situation with new or unfamiliar people. In a moment, you'll pause the screencast and jot down some notes in response to some prompts. To answer this question, think about the following: who you are, what you do, and why you enjoy doing it. Remember that your response to what you do does not have to relate to study or a job. It can be any type of activity that you're involved in. Now press pause whilst you consider these prompts and press play when you're ready to continue. Your advert should be flexible. If you know what you want to say well, then you should be able to use it in multiple situations. Let's look at an example. Here is Leo. Let's look at his advert based on the prompts you've just considered. I'm Leo. I'm currently a student. I'm really passionate about sports and I coach a local under-12s football team working alongside volunteers. Sometimes we collaborate with other local organisations too, and I support professional coaches. I really enjoy this as I'm passionate about encouraging kids to get involved in sport and building their confidence. Look back at your notes. Is there anything that you would want to change or add to ensure that your advert is flexible? You can press pause whilst you consider this and press play when you're ready to continue. Tailor to your audience. Whilst it's useful to have a flexible response, you might sometimes need to think about tailoring your advert to your audience. If you have to interact in different situations, you might want to use a different advert or even prepare a different advert for something perhaps related to either work or study. Are there any other scenarios where you regularly interact with people? Do these scenarios have different audiences? If so, you might find it helpful to create more than one advert. Let's look at Leo again. Here, his audience is his peers on a new unit as part of his university course. Hi, I'm Leo. I'm studying sports nutrition. I coach in my spare time and I really enjoy working with young people and building their confidence. This unit is great because it gives me a really good understanding of the role and how psychology can affect sports performance. Can you think of any other scenarios where you may have to talk to a different audience? You can pause the screencast whilst you consider this and press play when you're ready to continue. Now it's your turn. If you want to record and play back your 30-second advert, now is the time to grab your phone and recording device. Read over the notes that you have made so far. Here is a reminder of what you need to consider and what you can include to answer the question, so what do you do? Remember, you're focusing on who you are, what you do, why you enjoy doing it, and you're also considering who your audience is. Get your device ready, and you can pause the screencast at this point, record your advert, and when you've done this, press play on the screencast to continue. Keep the conversation going. Another good tip to boost your confidence is to think of a question that you can use to keep the conversation going when you talk to others. Think about the following: what do they do? What do they enjoy most about what they do? What got them interested in this? Note down some questions you could use after your 30-second advert to keep the conversation going with another person. Press pause whilst you consider this and press play when you're ready to continue. Now we're going to think about refining your advert. How did you find this exercise? When you listen back to your recorded 30-second advert, does it make sense? Do you feel comfortable delivering it? Did you deliver it at a good pace? For next steps, you can try practicing with someone. Try a question to keep the conversation going. Was the other person engaged? Could the other person understand and remember what you said? Sharing accomplishments and talking about yourself can be hard, but doing this more regularly can help you to tackle feelings associated with imposter syndrome.